Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Aaron Gomez from The Mashup. I'm your host. This is episode 12, and I'm joined with Preet, Ryan, and my tech guy. So what's up, you guys?
Yo, I am Ryan, the tech guy. I'm Ryan and another tech guy.
So we're actually filming this on Sunday, so we kind of just had a long weekend, and we're kind of just very tired. But Preet, thank you for showing up, man.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we've actually been trying to plan this for a while. We're like, yeah, you available? Nah. It's like it's either like one of us is available, and then like when you're ready, I'm like, I'm not ready.
And
like,
something comes up like always.
I
right?
know. But like we've known how long have we known each other for? It's been past 7 years, right?
Yeah, I think I met you like probably freshman year.
Yeah.
High school.
Yeah, you went to Rosa, right?
Yeah. Not
Damn.
a bad kid. I was a resident.
Yeah, you're fucking lame. But like you went to Drexel. You know, you kind of what was that experience like? You know,
Drexel.
like what do you think about college in general?
I think it's a scam. No, like I
Straight up.
Honestly, honestly, I feel like it's not necessary. Before it was like when we didn't have like the internet and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we do, like I feel like all the stuff that they teach you, you could just learn yourself on. Literally, if you just discipline yourself and teach yourself at home.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I just think it's a scam in terms of like textbook prices and stuff like that.
Fees.
Yeah, like,
shit like
if
that.
the teachers aren't getting paid like half your, not even like a quarter your tuition, like why are they charging that much? You know?
Yeah.
But
No, because I'm asking because you had a different path, and I'd say this because like with your parents and stuff, you're like self-employed. You can say that, and the reason I had you on is because you made an app or a website called Collab Plug, which you guys can check out with the details below. And Collab Plug, like what is that? Let's like explain it to the audience.
So basically I noticed that in like the music community and the music industry, there's a lot of like rappers, producers and people like that, but they would just they didn't really have like a way to connect with each other. They would kind of just like tweet, you know, I'm looking for cover art, or I'm looking for a mix and master or whatever, and like 9 times out of 10 they'd probably get scammed on Twitter, you know, like they would pay somebody Cash App or Venmo, and that person would just like run off with it, not send any files. Or the opposite, you know, like the producer would send the files over and then the person just wouldn't pay and try to run off with it. And I've seen a lot of artists kind of lose motivation after that. And like even like really good talented artists will just stop recording because they got scammed, you know, once or twice. So that's where we come in, you know, we kind of have like an escrow payment system built in. We're like a one-stop shop for music artists. They can find all the services they want on there, buy and sell. And we have like a escrow payment system built in.
Yeah.
So we hold the money while they work together, give them like a dedicated cloud workspace, live chat, file share, get everything done.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like how did you even think of that? Because like, did you have experience? I mean, you weren't a Cherry Hill rapper, so that's what I'm like wondering. Like, what made you think of this idea? Since I don't think you were musically involved, but you did have a passion for like the rap genre.
Yeah, I mean, I used to make beats for like a few years, like for 4 years almost, made like 100 beats or so.
Yeah.
And I actually got scammed by like two artists trying to buy one. They just took off my beat, and there's really nothing I could do because I'm not gonna go to court over it, you know.
So wait, did you do it over YouTube and like?
Yeah, it was like on YouTube, and he said he'd pay me, like send over like the files.
And he just never did.
Nah, he just blocked and ran off.
Wow.
Know? So I thought there'd be a solution. And my dad's in real estate, and he was telling me about how like when people buy houses, money goes into escrow, you know, and like middleman kind of holds the money and then transfers it over after everything's done. So I thought that's something the music industry could definitely use.
I'm like actually really surprised that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, like it's kind of like a Wild West then for beats and like rappers.
Yeah,
and,
I mean
like
like
cover artists.
Yeah, there's websites, you know, like you can buy beats from like BeatStars and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, those are like pre-made beats, and if you want to get like features or mixing services and custom beats, it's kind of hard to find that stuff, especially with like peace of mind when you work with somebody.
But when you buy these beats, like, do the people that made it get like their fair share? Or
Yeah,
okay.
We only have an 8% transfer fee on the sales, so that's all we have to kind of keep the website and everything running. And to counter that, you know, some artists and some producers might charge 8% more than they normally do just for like the convenience and peace of mind. But,
no, that's cool. I mean, what are your parents thinking of it? Because you know, I think like every parent's like, oh, get a job after college. And you had your internships and your jobs and you were doing great in school, but like this just wasn't your path. You know?
I mean, my parents are really supportive of it, which is great. But at the same time, there's occasional times they'll be like, you know, why don't you just get a 9 to 5?
Yeah.
You know, just, like have stability or something. But I mean, I'm getting by right now, you know, with my businesses and like I trade stocks. And
he has a nice apartment in Philly, Fishtown. So like, I
upgraded from my old place. Definitely.
Yeah,
but
from the trap house.
Yeah,
like, that's what we used to call it.
Definitely. But yeah, I mean, like now I've been kind of just like trading stocks, crypto and Forex and stuff like that to stay afloat. And I've been getting by, you know, like untaxed kind of like.
Yeah. So
Actually,
you're
scratch that. I haven't pulled out profits yet, so
yeah.
yeah. But
So
yeah.
like, did you? So what's Trap House to you? Was that like a beginning thing and it evolved into Collab Plug? Because I never
Yeah.
asked you about that.
So Trap House U originally started. It was just a site where people could post their music, and then
Mhm.
there's like kind of a contest to see like rankings, and we'd give like $100 every week to somebody, whoever had like the most votes that week. But after a while, like after like 6 months, I was like, there's no way I can make revenue off this. Like there's absolutely no way. And like, yeah, as much as I wanted the passion for it, it just wasn't something that would sustain a long time. So then switched over to Collab Plug after seeing that the need for it.
Yeah. So like, do you think the things you learned in college like kind of helped you in a way? Because I know, I mean, what did you major in? That's the thing.
I majored in marketing.
Okay.
But I would say I've learned more this year after college than I have in my 5-year program at Drexel, which
That's crazy.
is sad to say. But yeah, I mean, when I say like learn more, I mean like useful stuff, like stuff that I actually use every day, not imaginary numbers and stuff like that. You know, like just.
And it's different for everyone.
Yeah.
So it's like what college for me. I think it's not the classes that you learn from; it's the experiences.
Yeah.
You know, and like. It's not like he's shitting on college. Like, don't go to college. It's
No,
just like
definitely
it's
do it.
different for like people.
Yeah,
Like,
some people I feel like need or like want a set path. You know, like they don't want to just like be out there randomly with a risk. You know,
Yeah.
they'd rather just have like a set path they follow, and like I respect that too. Like to each their own, but overall, I just feel like a lot of stuff taught at school is stuff you can learn yourself in a way without paying that big ticket. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's tough because the point of the podcast, I say this in every episode, it's like it's kind of redundant, but like it's about the people after college, post college, and it's kind of like an awkward funk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like some people are waiting for grad school, some people are like they don't have that career job they've been dreaming for, but yet again, you shouldn't be getting that job right away. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna have to have 1 or 2 jobs to build up to that career job.
Definitely, yeah.
And like, what's the future for like Collab Plug? I know like you just added dancers into your website, which I saw, which is really cool.
Yeah, models and dancers. I mean, like right now we're kind of just focusing on having a better user experience, because you notice like a lot of people will sign up and then they'll get to a certain place and just kind of forget what to do or not know what to do.
Yeah.
So we're working on building out like kind of like a tour aspect to like walk everybody through everything.
That's smart.
Yeah, then definitely more marketing through influencers.
I think your marketing's really good. Like the videos you make, like I love that one Collab Plug video. I'll whip it. I'll use it on the Instagram. But it's just, how much like did you have to pay for that?
Actually, the animated ones, are you talking about those?
It's animated, but it's like, it kind of looks like a Galaxy Samsung commercial. It's like, hold on, I'll whip it out. But like, I think your marketing's really, really good for it, and the way you have like the way you interact with your actual like audience is like you actually host events.
Yeah.
And like these rap battles, which are really cool, which you've invited me multiple times, but it's just like I'm a bum. But like, what else have you done to like get people involved and really get your brand out there? Because you and me are doing the same thing. Like we have a brand, and we're trying to push it out to people, especially like the city of Philadelphia, like right there.
Yeah.
And it's a hot spot for any type. If you can make it out of Philadelphia as a rapper, like with Meek Mill and Uzi, and like there's so many artists there, and everyone's trying to make their name. But like, how else are you marketing the actual Collab Plug?
So I mean, one thing that we did was kind of like influencers. So we paid like Fatboy SSE and like Lil Terrio and stuff. Oh yeah,
this one's
so
sick.
I actually make those ads myself.
You made this?
Yeah, from After Effects. Just like 3 days worth of YouTube videos, like learning how, and then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nah, that's my favorite ad. I think. Yeah.
Nah,
I was gonna ask you like, who's your fucking video creator? What app? Wait, what system are you using?
After Effects.
After Effects.
Adobe, yeah. It's
Adobe Pro.
Yeah.
Premiere Pro. Okay, because I use Final Cut.
Yeah, no.
it's the
After
same.
Effects is like really useful for like animation.
Is
and
it
stuff like
is
that.
it free or no?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if
you don't have to
can
answer
be,
that.
but
You
no,
can
no,
be.
no.
Yeah. I hope so.
I hope so.
But because I honestly thought that you had another member of the team doing that.
No, I wish. Yeah.
That's awesome. How long did that take?
Like 2-3 days of
Damn.
just actually going at it, but
That's
yeah.
awesome. No, I think that's your best one, to be honest. It looks like a fucking like Samsung Galaxy Edge commercial.
Yeah, I mean, I want to make more, but I haven't in a while.
It takes time.
Not even that, but like one thing I noticed is like on Instagram, I can post some like on the business page. I'll post like something serious, you know, like
Yeah.
and it won't get much attention. You know, it'll be like maybe like a few likes and a few views, but then I'll post like a meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll
yeah,
just be
yeah,
like
yeah.
you know 30,000 views. And I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, that's the thing. I
so-
look at your Instagram page, it's all the funniest memes. Or
Yeah.
like it's like when they make a beat by like
Random
Tyler the
person.
Creator
Yeah.
and they
Oh, yeah.
remake it and I'm like, yeah, that's actually hot.
It's
Like,
on
funny.
point.
Yeah, I think memes is the best way to generate
Yeah,
and really get the hype going.
that's what the people want.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
relatable,
it
yeah.
really is. And so I wanted to ask you, like, are you like the sole like member like,
Yeah.
running this and stuff?
Yeah. So when I first started this, I tried to get people on the team and like
It's kind of hard to get people together.
It's hard to get people that, like as motivated as you are for something and want to take that risk. But like,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I tried to get people. I think I went through like 2 or 3 different people that have like been on the team, but then they just kind of fall off.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, and business doesn't wait for anyone. So
it doesn't.
It just
Thank
doesn't.
you.
So
It doesn't. It moves on.
Yeah.
You're either there or you're not.
It doesn't matter what's going on in your personal life. It's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's just gonna keep going.
And no one cares.
yeah.
Either like if you're, I remember when I was hitting you up, you're like, oh, I can't chill right now. Like this website crashed. And you
Yeah.
were hitting up like a guy to fix it, and like he fucked up the data or whatever. And
Yeah.
like you're on top of it. But like if you're having a bad day, society's not gonna care. They're gonna be like, all right, you need to
No.
fix it.
Yeah.
You know.
I got like a lot of angry emails for like 2 hours that it was down. And it was just
Really?
like, yeah, and I had to like, you know, stay home and panic and try to figure everything out.
Yeah,
but
we were supposed to chill, I think, that day.
Yeah.
You were like, dude, I can't. I'm like, what happened? Like my site crashed. I'm like,
yeah.
but I didn't consider you getting hate mail.
Not
Like,
hate mail.
I mean,
Like
like
people upset
complaining.
about stability, and like I understand. Like if Facebook went down or something, you know, people.
Yeah.
Would be kinda
Oh my
upset.
god. I
Yeah.
remember when Instagram crashed. I think last month.
Oh yeah.
I was
That's
freaking
panic.
out.
People were just refreshing.
I
like,
know. I was
all
like,
day.
what is going on? And then
Yeah.
like I went on Twitter. And people were like, wow, Twitter is such a haven right now.
Oh, yeah?
But, like it's actually.
Whenever anything goes down, I just go on Twitter and type in like the word like Instagram down, and you'll just see like
Yeah.
all the tweets of people.
And they're
panicking.
putting memes and shit.
Yeah.
Like, they're like making fun of their message. Like, oh, we're trying to work this on as soon as possible. It's like it's been 32 hours. You still
Like,
haven't.
What are you doing? Can't
Yeah.
post my lunch.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to post it for dinner
on
Like,
Facebook stories.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. But yeah, you said you went through 3 different people.
Mm.
I mean, finding out that you made your own video. Like, is there other aspects that you think you don't have strength in that you hired someone to do, or you just taught yourself?
Definitely like the website and app development. Like I thought I could teach myself, and
Yeah.
I sat there for like 2 months trying to learn how to code, and literally only had a website that
Really?
said like
You had to learn
hello
how to
on it.
code?
I tried, but
Oh my
it was definitely way too
God.
hard for me. Like it's too frustrating.
I had to learn how to video edit, and I think that's like it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's actually pretty fun, but it's it's time consuming. Plus,
Yeah.
like with this, like what we're doing, that's recording the audio, and this is like its own audio, so I have to synchronize it and make
yeah.
sure that's a bitch to do.
Like the little WAV file. Like,
Yeah. So like what I should do when I record things like this, I should clap 3 times so I can sync up the claps, but I just do it the hard way. I don't know why. I literally set myself up for like failure.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
About it
Okay.
later, you know. Just
Yeah, I'm kind of just like, all right, I'm trying to get this episode. Let's just go. But yeah, no, it's tough, and it's cool that you're doing your own thing. Because I was asking someone, like, what do I say for Preet? What he does? Let me just say self-employed.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you know, sometimes I don't even like to say that because it just like I feel like there's some people who just say self-employed and literally don't do anything.
Nah.
So it's just like-
different no, but you're like literally the exception. Like you're really
Yeah.
running your shit, and like if you guys see his website, like it's really nice, and like everything's on point, and like I think. I don't know shit, but like I think user interface is definitely like the key component.
Yeah, the next one that'll be out would definitely help with that.
Yeah. So how often are you doing updates for this site?
I mean, last major update was probably like December.
Okay.
But this one that's gonna come out is gonna revamp everything.
Oh, you're revamping.
and like
everything.
it's on a whole new platform, so we don't have to worry about like it going down or anything like that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But one thing I will say, the question you said about like colleges and if it's worth it,
Yeah.
I will say that Drexel definitely helped in terms of like staying motivated and dedicated, like in terms of like perseverance and like actually working.
You
and, like,
think the co-op program? played
Yeah,
with that.
I'd say the co-op program helped, and like the intensity of like the whole like 10-week semester, like the 10-week quarters and stuff.
Yeah, it's different
that
timing.
It definitely was like a very fast pace, but like it kept you motivated, which was like,
yeah.
and that definitely transferred after I graduated. So
Yeah, I mean,
I appreciate that part from.
I learned like different things. I mean, what I learned from college is literally just the experiences and talking to different people, outside like high school and like these new faces. like I see people that are friends in college that I know they wouldn't be friends in high school.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's weird to see things like that.
Yeah, especially the roommate pairing process.
Yes.
The lottery is the funniest thing.
Yo,
Like,
yeah, my roommate, we probably wouldn't have like, you know, talk to each other outside, but like it's kind of like a forced bond.
Yeah.
But like he's like one of my closest friends, and he's cool as hell.
Mhm.
Shout out Mike and everybody else, Nils and Ryan and Austin. But yeah, like I picked it random. You get it random, right? The lottery.
Yeah, lottery.
Yeah, that's tough. But I mean, you had cool roommates.
Yeah, no,
like
worked
Amal
out. We're
is
still,
like,
we're still friends. Yeah.
Nah,
to
he's
this
always checking Fireball, and I'm like, maniac.
Yeah.
And, nah, it's funny because we still connected throughout our college years, because I used to go to, you know, visit you at Drexel.
Oh yeah,
and,
you were there for the whole incident.
The Halloween.
The Halloween incident that went down.
Yeah.
Not a fun experience.
not a fun experience.
Yeah.
But whatever, they're doing their jobs. Like,
Yeah.
I can't even be mad. But you're also investing in making jewel thing. What's it called?
Oh,
Jewel
yeah.
cases.
I think I have one on me actually.
So Preet
Made little jewel keychains.
he makes jewel keychains on Amazon, which is like a seller.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
really is a seller.
It's ridiculous. It's like I always thought that it wouldn't sell, and I thought it was just like
Nah, it
something
would.
small. But it actually started because one of my friends came to me and he was just like he had a jewel and he lost his jewel and stuff like that.
I'll put the link in the description.
Yeah, I personally don't jewel, but
No, but you use someone else's, you know, whatever they like and use it for yourself. You know,
yeah.
like making.
And my friend came to me. He's like, you should just make like a jewel-ish thing, and we invested like with 3D printer together and started making.
Nah, the 3D printer is real nice. But
Yeah.
that's smart. That is very smart. And it's just like, so you guys split the profits like
Yeah,
one
we split the profits. I mean, I actually ended up buying out his percentage recently, just because like the workload it wasn't like evenly split, I guess, and like the experience and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
that should be addressed, you know, with partnerships
oh
and
yeah.
stuff. Like, as much as someone like shows up to do something, like there's still different experiences, which
Yeah.
you nailed.
Starting business with friends, it's just like
It's tough.
it's tough. There's no, you can't say certain things, you know, and
Yeah.
and you expect a lot from them, but then like
Yeah.
it's like living with your best friend.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't know until you actually do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what what my parents used to say. Like, they're always like, you know, my aunts and uncles my parents do real estate too, so like my aunts and uncles sometimes they need a place, and like my mom sometimes offers it, but like she's hesitant because you can't mix family and blood.
Right.
You know, it's tough. Like if they're gonna be like, hey, I can't pay the rent, can I get you back later?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, you have the family aspect, but it's like I'm still running a fucking like business in the end.
Yeah. And it's hard to separate that.
It's
you know,
so
without
hard.
affecting the other.
Yeah, no,
the
it's
other.
all chemistry and stuff. But yeah, like it affects it when you're outside the business and you're actually just being friends.
Yeah.
It's tough. And I mean, I'll ask you off camera, but like any other new ideas, but I'll ask you off camera. So, but when did you start the jewel keychain?
In like January probably, and then we ordered like all like the supplies that we needed, and then got the website made. It was like launched by like February.
So are you shipping it out of your house? Or?
Yeah, literally, I just pack ship out of my house, run to the post office. And
Oh, that's
drop it
okay.
off.
So you're next to the post office.
Yeah,
Damn, that's awesome.
and yeah, we just got on Amazon and then like Etsy and stuff like that.
How is that process to get on Etsy and Amazon as
I mean,
being a provider?
Etsy is pretty easy, but Amazon was kind of expensive. They charge you like $40 a month, and then they try to take like $5-6 per unit, which is just
Dude, fuck you, Jeff
Crazy.
Bezos, you asshole.
literally
He's
they're
not even
charging
he's-
$7.
He's
to
not even
put
paying
in
his
the bag.
taxes.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
He's not paying his taxes, and he's not paying his workers. They're like the new Walmart. It's like,
Oh yeah, they're just online Walmart. That's literally what they are. They're just smart.
so how much of the money, like the profit, does he take away percentage wise for your
I don't know about
sales?
percentage, but I know he takes like $5-6 per item just to take it off the shelf and put it in a bag and ship it, which is like.
So what if your item's not $5? You're losing.
That's, I mean, if anything you're buying on Amazon, you're paying an upcharge because the seller adds that on, you know, pretty much. So
this. Oh my god.
yeah,
Amazon's getting too strong, man.
No, but I mean they're just so smart and
They're
convenient
smart.
if you
They're
think
smart.
about it.
Yeah. Well, I have the Amazon app on my phone.
Yeah.
It's like it's a problem.
I don't keep the app on my phone because I feel like if I do, I'm gonna just buy stuff.
I mean, not my
randomly,
phone,
you know?
my iPad when I'm at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. It's,
I feel I just buy stuff randomly, you know. Like I don't want to.
Oh, my brother's obsessed with it. My mom's
Yeah.
obsessed with it because she's getting packages every week. I'm like, what the hell are you buying?
Yeah, I mean, and then the other thing was like people pay for convenience. You know, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like people are talking about like the whole privacy stuff, like you know, Alexa like listening on our stuff.
But
and-
do you think malls are gonna go away because of it?
Yeah, I mean, you already see malls kind of.
Yeah,
dying.
they're kind of dying, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like an experience to go to a mall.
Yeah.
You know, especially with your friends and like the food court and everything.
There's sometimes where you need something instantly. You know, like you can't wait 24 hours. Like you need it right away, type thing. But
yeah.
yeah,
That I don't know. The future's weird because I said this in the last episode. So I had a writer from Sci-Fi and like Marvel and all that stuff. Like he was telling me his experience. I was asking him like, what's the future of streaming and movie theaters? You know, who knows? It's changing the market itself, and
yeah. I mean,
I don't think it's enough to really completely take over. I think movie theaters will always be there.
well, one thing. I mean, speaking of movie theaters, like the other day, I have like a VR set and stuff like that.
Oh
right?
my god. Well, yeah.
So
Yeah.
there was this app. Like I put it on. I basically put it on, and it said that I could change my setting. And I was just like, okay, like I want to be in like a movie theater, and I literally clicked it, and it felt like I was actually in a movie theater. Like I had like the auditorium like seating back there, and then like the big screen, but it was like your computer projected on the big screen.
That's
but
insane.
It literally felt like I was in a movie theater, even though I was on my couch in my living room. You know, like
You're probably like moving your legs. Like,
yeah, it just felt so weird. But like that, I think that is the future of stuff. You know, like eventually people are gonna be shopping in VR and stuff like that.
Oh my god, I can't imagine.
I could see that. You know, trying stuff out.
Well, that's the thing. You do have the Oculus Rift, and I tried it at your house for the first time recently. I'm impressed. I'm really
Yeah.
impressed. Like I thought it'd be kind of laggy and stuff. Like we're not there.
Yeah.
It's smooth.
It
If
definitely
they
is.
like fixed it, I mean the controls are okay. I can it's mind body connection once you like understand.
Yeah,
the
you don't
controls,
overthink it.
the
it's, like, not
triggers.
bad,
Yeah, and I like it. I mean, can you imagine this in like 10 years? Like how
Too
immersive
crazy.
it is? Because like I saw a commercial where it's like I think it was Samsung. They had their own headsets and they're watching like a game on the sidelines, and you're like with an animated
Oh, like
avatar.
live sports.
Yeah, you're like
Yeah.
you're an avatar, and so is your buddy.
Yeah.
And you can like watch it together.
Pass popcorn
like,
across.
Yeah, and you're like on the sidelines, like live. It's crazy. Like what
Yeah.
they imagine they could do that for like a boxing match or something. But
Did you see the new VR thing that came out where you have like knuckle sensors, so you have actual like finger.
Oh,
controls
yeah,
as
like the
opposed to
gloves?
joysticks.
what?
Yeah.
It's
So
pretty
this
cool.
is like Ready Player One. If you guys
Yeah.
seen that.
We're getting there, dude.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, because they have the full body suits where they like feel the like hits.
Oh,
and
they have
stuff.
those already, but they charge like $800.
Well, can you imagine what the government has? Like
Oh.
not consumer friend, like
Dude,
not
they're 10
consumer.
years ahead of us. For
Yeah,
sure.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Can you imagine what?
They had the Rift like probably 10 years.
Yeah.
Right, you're right. Yeah.
This is like consumer bought,
Yeah.
and now
Yeah.
they're like imagine like what type of shit they have. Because like you saw the 360 like
tracking.
the treadmill. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know that
yeah.
treadmill where they like bind you to the side of
And you
it,
can like move.
and you move
yeah.
360. Like that's. I
That
can't
is cool.
imagine what the government has.
But I mean, on the plus side, definitely keeps people active. I'll say that.
You think? I think it's minimal.
Nah,
It's
it's minimal, but it's a little bit.
Because you're
more
using
than-
the joysticks to move.
Yeah, but like
you
you
know?
know, you're playing like shooters and stuff like Pavlov and all that.
Okay,
you really
so
have to,
you're
like,
burning like half a
No,
calorie.
but you're literally like crouching and stuff. You know, like you're actually doing.
Oh,
all that
you actually
stuff.
have to. See,
Yeah.
I didn't. When we played, I only did the shooting range. So I didn't.
Yeah, no, you have to like literally like crouch under stuff. and
Okay,
all
so
that,
you're burning like 2 calories.
Yeah, maybe, but it's better than sitting there. you
Well,
know,
the thing
playing
I was
Xbox.
disappointed was like you didn't have horror games. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with
I'm
you?
scared of that. I one of these
You
days.
have to have a horror game.
I will, but
Next
now-
time I come over, I'm gonna download something.
I live alone too, so you know that's the that's the other scary.
You got a
part.
cat, you're fine.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But yeah, no, I just Oculus Rift is like insane. We were playing escape room.
yeah. Oh, that's the other thing.
That
like,
was a fun one.
when you're saying movie theaters, like I think like eventually, escape the rooms probably won't be a thing because like it's gonna be in VR. You know, it's
Yeah,
fully
no, it's
customizable. Like,
that business is probably gonna go out.
yeah, it's too much overhead for them to
It,
keep a. place
imagine you
open
can do
like
it
that.
online
Yeah.
escape room and stuff. Oh my god, you're gonna.
That's
You're
where they
fucked.
started. They used to be just flash games.
Yeah,
You
a
just
mini
click,
clip and
click,
stuff.
click
Mini
things
clip?
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And,
Yeah.
Wow, they're
they
fucked.
literally just made that into a real business.
Yeah.
And-
I legit think they're fucked
Oh,
in
yeah,
like the
for
next
sure.
10 years because they literally just started coming out.
Yeah.
Escape rooms are recent.
It'll be short lived.
But how expensive is that? Like you rent a space.
like-
and
I've
you
never
fill
done
with-
it.
I've never.
Have you
so
done
I'm
it?
talking-
Like
It's,
a
no,
real-
I can never get a group together to do it, but
Ah,
I mean,
I'll try it. There's
I'm
one
down
by
with
us
these
on
days.
Springdale.
We got 3 of us right here. All I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
we,
go, I
we,
mean-
we can we there's one on by ShopRite
mhm.
by Shake Shack, and then there's one by Magic Discovery Museum.
Yeah.
There's one by Vito's too.
There's a few in
Ah,
Philly.
there's one by Vito's.
I think it.
Dude,
or it might be
they're-
a CrossFit gym now, or
Did-
it used to be CrossFit, and now it's an escape room.
Hmm.
It's
Do they
one or the
make
other.
money?
Escape
That's the thing.
CrossFit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I think
And they're all
startup
different.
costs is
I
you
mean-
literally just need a space, and then you set up the room with like.
Yeah, and you really don't. You have no maintenance
Yeah.
really, besides the electric bill and AC.
And half them
You
probably
pay
don't have
someone-
lights on, you know. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't.
It's
Yeah.
not bad. It's like $30 a person to go in, you know, like just per group, per person.
I think like the form of entertainment today is just so like I don't know. I think they're like going back to the basics, and it's like primal. So like axe throwing,
Yeah, I
hatchet
don't understand
tosses,
it. I don't get it.
that's fun as hell.
Yeah.
And then escape rooms, just literally a live
You're doing a
puzzle.
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
face. It's like I think they're really finding the basic
And
things.
people
in
are
life.
trying to detach from technology, and that's the other thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
and
we're-
I think that's boosting the creativity for them to find enjoyment.
yeah.
Whether it's like, I don't know, say drinking games. Like people are pretty creative in like making that. And I'm probably
There's no shortage of drinking games.
there is no shortage in drinking games.
Yeah.
And plus like even okay, so there's like Cards Against Humanity. Like
Mhm.
they made a new drinking game that's like straight for like drinking, and it's like
What do you mean? Stuff like that.
yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like our creativity for games is like crazy now. I am trying to like think of besides axe throwing as like something else.
I just
but-
never understood the appeal of axe throwing.
Have
But,
you
like,
done it?
No,
Ah,
I've just
Preet,
seen
it's
I've
fine.
just seen Instagram posts from everybody, but I just never understood like.
That's
it's like
see,
darts, I guess. Like.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of it looks stupid once you're
Yeah.
like thinking about it, but it's like I don't know. It's like kind of like pick it up and you kind of want to master it. You
Yeah.
know, like I don't know, like
Yeah, but isn't it weird? Doesn't it feel weird throwing it two-handed overhead, throwing the axe? Like that's.
you can do one.
I'm just
No, you
scared
can
like
do one.
something's gonna go wrong.
I'm
like,
scared.
I don't
I'm
like go of
scared.
it in time. Like.
You see the
yeah.
video of the girl who
She
threw
fucking-
it,
yeah.
bounced
Oh,
off
yeah.
Yeah, and
around
it-
the wall
dude,
and
she's
came
such
right
an
back
idiot.
at her, dude. Yeah.
I'm scared of
That's
winding it back and letting go, like
Yeah.
throwing it back because I don't know why they don't have a net
Yeah,
in
like
front
in
of
old
like.
school Wii bowling, you used to do that. Hitting
Yeah, no, but I'm like wondering why don't you have a net for
Yeah.
like, just in case like you over arc it and you're like throwing it back. It's
I
just
totally should. Yeah,
it's
that's
stupid.
what
And
I'm
plus,
saying.
okay, so they changed this recent axe place I know. They changed the handle from wood to rubber, and I'm like, I
So
don't.
non-slip, I guess. Yeah.
Well, they don't want the wood to break when they throw it, but I'm like, that's not really smart because one, rubber is bouncy.
Yeah.
So that like me and Steinbach played once with Dan, and like it fucking started like one throw, it started bouncing everywhere,
Yeah.
and like I was wearing
Ricochet.
shorts, so like that almost like cut my leg, and I don't know, it's whatever they want to do.
I think like regardless if you're wearing shorts or not.
So for like hatchet throwing, like would you consider like shooting a bow fun?
Shooting a bow.
Yeah,
It'd be interesting for sure.
yeah, I think it's like I'm trying to think of another like primal activity that would be like a money maker.
I mean, if you think about it, like even like hatchet throwing and stuff like that, I'm sure there's people who have thought of that as a business before, but
Yeah.
we're just like, nah, like it's so dumb. People won't do it, and like
Yeah,
somebody just went and did it and it worked, So like I feel like there's so many business ideas like that people kind of just think of, and then they'll be like, oh no, it's stupid, and they don't even try. But it doesn't take too much capital to start a business these days. So with like internet and stuff like that, like
yeah, I think like people have like a fear of a notion to like fear of starting their own business. Like I'm saying like a store, there's some fears to that because you never know if you're gonna fail or something. But like you're like if you're starting a business and you're doing it through the internet, that's different.
less overhead for sure. But like even like if you have like the capital to start something in person, it doesn't really hurt to try. Because there's always a way to make something work. Like you look at like silly bands and like all this random stuff, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it all worked because they
Live Strongs.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, they
main
just
thing.
did proper marketing, and then they got to that point.
It's crazy because like these new ideas that we get, they're so simple. Like
Yeah.
with Collab Plug, I didn't even like if I thought about music, I'm like, wow, how come no one thought of that? Like being that middleman where you're controlling, the money and the communication between a buyer and seller, and you're doing it through escrow, and you combined your dad's knowledge of real estate to do that, which is crazy. And like, what do you think about like the rap scene in general, like today?
Like right now,
Yeah, like I mean, it's going through like a rock and roll phase where like it's veering off and it's having its own subgenres. You know what I mean?
definitely, and I feel like they're kind of confused in terms of like where to put them in.
Yeah.
So like they just kind of categorize all rappers as like rap, like all artists that are out right now, they just categorize them as rap, and then they get mad when they don't
Mhm.
follow those set standards of rap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. There should be a different genre.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna sum that up because I know it's like trap, like that's different.
Mhm.
And producers are really getting the highlight now.
They're
feel like
definitely getting more recognition than they used to, but
I feel like DJ
there's-
Khaled did that for some reason. He
Oh,
made it
with
so
the-
basic, and now he like put his own fucking stamp on it, and you had to make people know.
Oh, like
that
the
he
tag,
made it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, but I think producers still need to get more credit. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
That's
there's-
what makes a song.
There's a lot of producers that I've seen like of like classic hits, like like songs that you remember from like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, and you look at the artist, they're very popular, and you look at like the producer who made the beat for that, you know, gave that artist a chance like for their start, and that producer is still at where he was 10 years ago. Like it's not an artist's job to take the producer with them, but they should at least look out for them a little bit, you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Do you know, like, do you have experience in like between the artist and the producer, like money wise and like all that credit? Do you understand that aspect?
When I was making beats, I was selling some, and like we went through like the whole paperwork and stuff like that. But
sounds like a process.
Yeah, it is a process, but and especially because of trust, it's like it's really hard to find trust, especially online.
Yeah.
These days, yeah.
And at least you're providing that medium to do it. And I think rap today it's great. It's like it's different because you have your J. Cole's, and then you got like your Lil Uzi and like, you know, Lil Pump and all that stuff. It's really different. And like I said, it's like rock and roll where it's going through this new phase.
Yeah.
And
people are calling themselves rock stars, you know, like
they dress like rock stars.
Yeah, and some rappers really call themselves like rock stars. So
yeah, no, the way they do it now with fashion, like of
Yeah.
course like rap is dictating how we dress now, like fashion wise, and how like Migos or anyone's like really walking up to like an award show. It's just like,
yeah, I mean, also you look at it like, remember like the 2016 XXL freshman ciphers, right?
I
Like,
love the ciphers,
but like, you know, back then when it came out, I know like majority, like 80% of people were like, oh my god, these people are trash, like I can't believe that.
was that the one with Uzi and
Like
Kodak
21
for the
Savage
first
and all
time?
them?
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
see, that was like a game changer.
Yeah, that was like I feel like that was the official shift. Like
that grew on me though.
yeah, it definitely grew on us. Like, you know, we go back now and you listen to it, like, wow, who
Yeah.
the fuck picks this little sorry ass beat? You know, like you see all that stuff from Kodak.
Dude, I
like,
used to think Kodak was stupid when he
Yeah.
rapped. And I'm like,
I thought he was funny.
he was
thought so
funny, but he was like, I didn't like it. It wasn't rap. You know, I mean, all I can really remember was Uzi on there. A little bit of Yachty had like a small part. He didn't even do much.
Yeah,
but
actually, I don't remember much of Yachty's.
yeah, Yachty was very small. I can remember
Very
21 Savage
Yeah,
and Kodak being like a hype man in the background. But
Yeah.
like it's people have to learn to accept change.
Yeah.
And I think they really didn't expect it for the rap game. And, you know, producers, yeah, that's a new thing. Like what else are the services in Collab Plug besides, you know, beats, and you recently, we said you had like models and dancers.
so there's like rappers, if you want like a feature for your song, like a hook or a chorus or a verse, cover art, mix and mastering, pretty much anything that you would need for your music. Videographers too, so if you're looking for like a music video, all of that's on there.
And how's that process for people to sign up?
It's free to sign up.
Okay, so it's easy for them.
It's
to
really
be
easy.
a
You just put in your
provider.
email and your username, and then you can customize your profile if you want to, like a bio and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was actually, when I was on your website, it's crazy how much the beats are. Like,
Yeah,
they're
well,
expensive.
So that's the one thing I was like thinking about shifting is like the people you see first are like kind of the name people. So like, you know, like Lil Baby's producer, Migos producer.
So you want to throw in more at like the up and coming.
Yeah,
so
I think I'm gonna
affordable.
shift it more like a randomized order, because yeah, you're right. A lot of people go on there and they see like, wow, like, you know, $500, $2,000 for a beat, but like they don't realize
you gotta
that
look into it.
that's like Lil Baby's producer. You know, that's like Young
Yeah.
Thug's producer and stuff like that. So you're getting access to them, and to get a beat from them, that'll probably help you out too if you execute it right.
Did their
you know?
producers reach out to you to have their beats in there?
No, so actually,
I was curious of how you got these.
so to start it off,
guys.
like I just DM'd a bunch of people. So like,
Ah,
and
okay.
some of these artists and some of the producers actually responded and
Wow.
like respected the vision of the site and agreed to get on there. So
That's awesome.
yeah, or their management would just sign them up on there and kind of put their prices up there and manage everything.
Wow. Yeah, you'll be surprised with what you can get away with if you just ask.
Yeah,
Just ask people.
I mean,
know?
that's why I was telling a lot of people for the business too. It's like there's
You
no
have to-
harm in trying.
Yeah, you have to be able to take the hit
Yeah.
of like rejection. And like sometimes I've tried to hit people up for this show. It's like sometimes I won't get a response. I'm like, what do I do from here? I just move on.
Yeah.
You know, you just go. And I think a lot of people dwell on things.
They get
like,
stuck,
They
you know,
get
it's
so
like an
and they
obstacle.
get emotionally invested though.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you shouldn't be emotionally invested if you're not going to make it in business.
Yeah,
Business is pretty cutthroat.
it is.
It's really cutthroat, and
it's hard.
I definitely know you have the experience. You know,
Yeah.
plus you're managing the website, but you've getting a lot of cool shout outs like Fatboy SSE and Terrio.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? And then No Jumper.
Yeah,
I was
No
like, yo,
Jumper.
he's really like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
like, I think how'd they find that out? Like they found on their,
So
you reach out to them?
Yeah, I
or-
reached out to Fatboy's manager, and then I actually paid them out for a video. It took them a year to actually get me the video, but
wow.
the money I used to pay for that was from like cryptocurrency and stuff. So it's like just like gains, you know. I was
Yeah,
just like, why not?
yeah,
You know,
why
just pay for
not?
marketing
Why?
real quick. So yeah, it was expensive. It was like $3,500 for the video, which was
What?
up there, but it definitely did help
No,
in
that
terms of traffic.
helps.
When he posted it, it definitely was like a big spike in traffic.
Can you imagine you got like Kendall Jenner to shout out, like, cause she know, like, seriously, she'll like make $1 million off of fucking like tag.
Oh yeah,
It's
if I could afford
yeah,
that sort of influence, that'd be great. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
like fuck you, Kendall. But
But
yeah.
I mean, that's the other thing, that we're shifting in an age where like, as millennials, like we don't like marketing, right? Like we don't like ads. We use ad blockers. We watch Hulu without ads, you know, stuff like that. We don't watch TVs and stuff like that anymore. And the shift is going from like marketing with commercials to influencers. If you think about
Yeah.
it, like
It's
now we gotta look at somebody else and be like, what are they doing? Let me just do what they do. rather
future is
than
crazy because
ads.
it's like uncharted territory, and
Yeah.
like the baby boomers aren't used to it.
Nah.
You know, because I was telling someone in the last episode, memes, they have a low, you know, life expectancy to be like, you know, new, you know.
Yeah.
So like I
Every
was
month, yeah.
telling someone, or even a week, I was
Uh,
telling someone like it's hard for big corporations to make an advertisement for people trying to make a meme out of for a commercial, because the shelf life for it's not long.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing
It'll
is,
be
like,
old.
you look at corporations. There's like, they'll hire like a 21-year-old to do like their CRM work, like their customer relations and all that.
Mm.
But then they'll hire like a 50-year-old to do social media marketing, which like
So
just
stupid.
that's why you see certain ads and you're just like, wow, this is really outdated, and like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, influencers are like the way now, and
Definitely,
whether it's YouTube is such a big thing, and like Vine was so huge.
they need to bring back Vine.
That was so huge. That's like
Yeah.
half the influencers now. Like
Yeah, actually,
it's really half like the influencers, and
and it's crazy how they made their career just like by
a 5-second clip.
not even that, but just literally branding their face, you know, like,
Yeah.
themselves. I always thought that was really interesting. Like, I don't know, I look at people like Supreme Patty and stuff like that. Like,
So stupid.
became famous. Like, that's not the only way they became famous, but like
Nah,
literally
but he-
squeezing
you
lemons
know.
in their eyes, jumping off the roof
Yeah.
into a swimming pool, and it's like millions of views. You know,
Yeah.
It's just like,
Well, that's the thing. People are like, you know, Supreme Pie is pretty much a clout chaser. You know, doing the craziest things, and I feel like everyone's trying to do that now. Like the craziest, you know, because like
Lil Tay,
Little-
all that stuff.
I don't even know what's going on with her. Like,
I feel like she mellowed down a lot.
yeah, I
calmed
think
down.
there was like some parent description, like, you know, shit going on behind the
Yeah.
scenes with her mom and stuff. And like, I know her mom was getting shit because
Yeah.
apparently she was flexing on her mom's real estate properties,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't actually hers.
Mm.
But she's a goddamn kid. It's like, imagine having that pressure as a child, you know,
Yeah.
yelling that stuff. And like, oh, I would be pissed if that was my kid.
If it was genuine and like she actually did that without her brother and people telling her to say that,
Oh, I
it would
heard-
have been, that would have maybe a little bit.
I heard her
like
brother
that.
was abusive.
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing.
He like forced her onto stuff. I don't even know if like what she's doing now, but I think she's trying to. I haven't even like looked her up, but
I mean, she has options. It's like same with like you literally Catch Me Outside girl, like Daniel
God,
Bergoli or whatever. Like,
yeah. She's a rapper now.
yeah, I mean, you just
But
look
she
at
has
like,
she has hot beats though. I can't lie.
yeah,
Her beats are
she
nice.
just like played it right. You know, like
She
she
played
took
it
she
so
took that. There's no such thing as bad PR. You know,
No,
like literally
there
that.
isn't,
Like she
there
just
isn't.
took it and ran with it. And then I don't know who's Billie. Not eyelash.
Billie Eilish.
Eyelash, yeah.
Oh, that
So,
new artist.
Yeah,
That everyone's talking
everyone's
about.
talking about her, but I realized recently that
She's
she's
pretty
actually
good.
friends with the Catch Me Outside girl. And
Bergoli.
is that how she kind
Let
of
me look
got in the
her up.
limelight?
I have no idea.
'Cause they said friend of her, like as if that's how she got her career, you know. And I thought that was really interesting. Yeah, something stemmed from that, you know.
Yeah, I feel like she probably got her start on YouTube because
Yeah.
that's how.
Well, I didn't listen to her whole album, but I listened to like 2 songs, and they're pretty good. And like everyone was just like blowing it up, especially like kids in high school. Like we're not connected like that, and it like high school for us, like we were the transition period of like Snapchat. Like we were the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, Instagram was getting popping, but like now I can't imagine like, you know, like if I had a little sister or something, and she was in high school, because they're fully immersed, and like,
Yeah.
these kids are having like 500 likes, and I'm like, how
we
many?
were there for the start of it.
Yeah, we were there for the start, and like, if we even talk to kids that are like a grade younger than us, they probably have like 400 likes, and I'm like, how do you know all these people? Like,
Yeah,
It's-
everyone's on social media.
it's insane, and we're all more interconnected. It's like the future is like, it's just gonna be insane. Like, you think that something else, like something you think of this crazy idea that might not happen, and it just happens.
It'll
You're
happen.
like,
I mean, like, You look at like Elon Musk and stuff too, like the stuff he's building and like what he's doing. It gets a lot of hate right now because it is something that's like
Well, that's
really revolutionary. You know?
It's revolutionary, and then there's a drawback because you're killing jobs, like say AI. You know.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's a cost.
Yeah, I mean that's why I think like conservative people who get upset that like, oh, factory jobs are going away, this and that are going away, like
It's obsolete.
Yeah, it's
That's the
obsolete.
point.
It's like you gotta learn how to adapt to the world. You
I-
know?
That's the cost of progress.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like some people just don't want it because
Yeah.
they don't want to lose their way of life. You know,
Yeah, well, you have to change for the better,
for
and it's
progress. Yeah,
but like, if someone made a tweet, I forget what company it was. It says like you shouldn't learn how to build, but learn to code or some
Oh,
shit. Like,
man.
do you
Was that-
remember?
Was
Yeah,
that the whole hashtag learn to code?
yeah, hashtag learn to code.
Dude.
But it's
that-
like
that
it's
was
kind of
so
true.
funny.
they're
it's kinda
right.
true.
Honestly, like
It's
I have
true.
a regret. That I actually sometimes regret not going into a major like that. Yeah, because
Yeah, you're
that
in
is a future.
demand. Yeah, you're not going to be short of, you know, physical labor is going to have. It's probably going to have its limits in the future. You know.
It's gonna be all
like-
robots.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to think like especially factory working. I think it's already like there,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about like like actual like building shit,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
physical construction.
I mean they
and,
have
like,
3D printed houses now. You know, so like
What?
you haven't seen them? They're
No.
they're crazy. It's just
3D
Like,
printed houses.
yeah, it's literally just like a giant nozzle just like printing out a house. You know, it's like
Oh my god.
insane.
You can they can even do like some minor basic surgeries with.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like I always told my mom I want to get into medical. Why? Because people are always dying.
Yeah.
But it's like now these like procedures. I mean, they're always gonna need people, but like these procedures are getting so advanced. It's
Would
like,
you rather trust
robot
a
or a
robot to do
person?
surgery on you or a person?
Well, there's human error, but there can be a glitch in the robot too.
Sure.
So.
But it's probably much lower.
All right, so what's your
Percentage,
yeah?
right.
So what's your thoughts, right? What would you choose? I'm making a
If
decision
I'm,
right now.
I don't know. Listen, I'm not a surgeon. I don't know.
No,
anything
me
about it,
neither.
But if I
Yeah.
need a new knee, I'd probably trust a robot. Honestly. I don't-
Yeah, and also there's like a bunch of like crooked practices.
So you
too.
go the robot too?
I would probably go the robot. Yeah.
And
Well, it depends.
It
how much
depends, man.
experience that
Right.
person
Well, that's what I'm
has,
saying.
you
Are
know,
we
like-
talking surgery? Are we talking like bedside care?
Well, it's,
Bedside
know?
care easily robot, but
You think so?
yeah.
I don't.
what do you mean by bedside care?
Like a nurse.
You mean like diagnosis and
Di-
stuff?
no, like a nurse. Like you're taking care of a
Oh,
patient
okay, yeah,
overnight. Like
Sure, yeah. Robot.
Yeah.
But so robots don't have all these human elements like
yeah, the
a
error.
surgeon who's on call and they've been up all night. They
Yeah,
call at 3
yeah,
a.m.
that's where. Yeah, it's the
Uh,
baggage.
Yeah.
of
Maybe they
what
had
their
a couple
lifestyle.
drinks. Like having a robot do that just eliminates all those possibilities for something to go wrong. But so my other question was, what do you think about like robots doing or diagnosing illnesses? Like they have a database where they pull.
See, if
knowledge
it's-
from and they're
if
like,
it's
"This is
powered-
most
I
likely
think
what
that's
it
on
is."
point.
If it's
Yeah.
powered by
Definitely.
WebMD, I'm kind of I don't know.
Yeah, that would be-
WebMD is gonna be like you're freaking dying.
Yeah.
like,
like,
what?
mild cough, you're dying.
Yeah. Oh, you're dying, right? You're.
Emphysema.
Yeah. Like.
But I mean, like what you were saying about like AI and stuff not really having the emotional part.
Yeah.
I read an article. I don't know if this is like true because it was on Facebook.
Well, it has the
but-
potential to have it.
Yeah, they were saying like for Teslas, like when it's on like auto drive or whatever, autopilot, it's AI is programmed to save the driver
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
any case of an accident. So like,
It's
you
a
know-
it's a philosophical dilemma.
yeah, and
Oh,
that-
it gets so philosophical.
but that's
It's
what
crazy.
normal. I wouldn't say like a normal. Yeah, that's what normal person would do. Instinctively they would try to like
Save yourself. Sure.
yeah swerve out of the way and save their side. But
And they could be swerving into a lane
Well, that-
with other drivers. and
Right.
Well, that's the thing is with AI, people are kind of scared because like, oh, robots are gonna take over the world or something. But I'm thinking like, what if AI, they're thinking beyond of what we think, and they can probably find a way to coexist with us. I don't think they would want to like take us out. I think they would think past our own what we think, beyond us, and be like, okay, we can find a way that you haven't thought of to coexist. I don't know. It could be either way.
I just think there's been too many games and too many movies that
to like
program that
yeah,
bad
bad
notion, in our head,
notion of
like,
AI.
Yeah, but I mean, it is possible. Like there could be someone who's that ill intention, makes something for bad use.
Yeah,
It's definitely possible, but with anything, it's like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I saw the Joe Rogan thing with Elon Musk, and he was interviewing him. He knows something. Like,
Oh yeah, he seemed scared in that interview. Like
so
he seemed
scared.
shook. Like yeah.
No, he was telling people it's too late. Like,
Yeah, no,
they're
like,
already
it
they're
seems
already
like he
using
already
it. I
knows.
was like, fuck. Like Google definitely made something. Like, you ever see that
I wouldn't
video?
even say Google. I say
Someone
IBM.
did.
IBM is making
IBM.
some crazy stuff. You don't
IBM's
hear
in the
about them.
sideline. Yeah,
Yeah.
IBM's in the sidelines.
I feel like you don't hear about them
Because
but
you
they're
hear
working.
Apple, Google, but IBM's been around for so long, and they've been
They've
financing.
been quiet, and they're making like proton computers and stuff like that, like electron computers. Like I don't even know.
They have the Watson Jeopardy super
Quantum computers, yeah, stuff like that. Like, it's crazy. I mean,
dude,
yeah.
There's computers that like play video games. Like there's a.
Oh
you
yeah.
guys heard of the game called StarCraft?
Yeah.
Super old game. They
But it's like
there's literally a tournament of people programming AI to play against other AI.
Didn't a kid beat it though? Finally, like,
Yeah,
a kid
yeah,
from
yeah.
China or something. Yeah, like he beat him.
yeah, but that took how long? Like for one
Wow.
human being to do it.
Yeah, but they like
We're gonna be so obsolete to
the
them.
potential for that is unlimited. Like,
But,
so
like-
they can literally set how many actions per minute this AI can do.
And if you're like talking about like chess or something, they can literally program like,
Yeah.
oh, if this is what the board looks like, this is your move. You know, like all of that stuff.
So, but like people think, okay, so like what you said, people have a bad notion because of movies and entertainment. But how do you know we're not going to be part of it? Because like human augmentations like robotics, that's going to be the future. I can see it happening. Like maybe not in our generation,
You're
but
talking like altered carbon type stuff.
yeah,
Good show,
like
good
altered.
show. I
I
haven't
didn't
finished
like
it.
Altered Carbon. I didn't finish it.
Really?
Did you like it? I didn't
finished
finish it.
I
season
did.
two,
I
or one of
finished
them.
it. So I
It-
watched it
it-
with my girlfriend. And
it
she
had-
said it was super slow.
It's
It
so
is
slow.
Yeah, it is slow.
It's and I like slow movies. Like I like Blade
Yeah.
Runner. Blade Runner's like one of my favorite movies, and it was just I didn't like the story, and like the noir stuff is great, but
I found Game of Thrones slow.
it
Start a
come
whole
on, you
debate,
got- yeah,
huh?
I know he doesn't watch Game.
I
of
don't
Thrones,
watch it,
yeah.
but I watched like season 1 and 2 like twice.
But that's the
you know,
point. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
those are the two slowest seasons.
yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, maybe I'll watch from season
There's
3.
so many characters. You got to build up all the background.
You just have to
Yeah.
be patient. It's
Yeah.
worth
It
it.
was just too talkative for
worth
me.
it.
Like it was way too talkative. I couldn't do it.
Well, that's the thing. It's political.
Right,
It's
right.
not action.
I'd rather watch Avatar: The Last Airbender.
What?
If
But
we're
the one
talking
by
about political-
I thought you were talking about the M Night Shyamalan movie.
No,
and
no.
I was like, okay, yeah, the cartoon.
No, the
Well,
cartoon. That's a great show. I would watch that.
Yeah, no, Avatar's fine. I love Game of Thrones, but like I think human augmentation is like the future. Like absolute like.
Like
if
to
we're-
what extent do you mean? Like
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I could name something, but like the limits are endless.
Yeah.
We have no idea what we're
We
talking
don't know.
like
yeah,
a
we
full
really don't
robot
know.
body and a normal head. You know, like something.
So did you hear about the game? What's it called? Cyberpunk 2022.
Heard of it? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
heard
definitely,
of it.
you guys, you definitely should have, because
It's
it's like
by
a
the-
huge game.
I think it's by the creator of The Witcher.
Yeah, so they're
Okay.
doing. It's like a RPG, like
in the future.
yeah, like Blade Runner setting or Altered Carbon setting, and like you're playing a character, but you have like cybernetic enhancements, like you're plugging shit in, like you're having robotic eyes,
Yeah.
but you're still human, But like maybe those I think eyes are gonna be the new thing, like robotic eyes. Maybe will we actually plug stuff into ourselves? I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it.
I personally wouldn't. Like
Oh,
if
hell,
you're talking
I
about like
wouldn't.
putting a chip in me or something like that, I wouldn't. I'd probably just avoid that. But I know there's people that would.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
mean
there's
people would
definitely-
pierce themselves in like the weirdest places, and you don't
Yeah.
think people would do crazy shit like that.
Yeah, I definitely see that happening.
And it's like, well, that's the thing. I think it's gonna happen because if we want to go to space, our bodies can't take space. Like our bones physically can't. So like I think that's gonna, like, we're gonna have to like adapt somehow to live and really explore space. We're gonna have to do like robotic enhancements.
I don't think we're gonna. I don't
We're
think
not gonna live
end up
enough.
live in space in our lifetime.
No,
No.
I don't. see
no,
that
no
happening
way.
now.
I'm
Yeah.
talking at least like a couple generations.
Yeah,
I really
maybe another
don't-
2,000 years. Yeah.
if we even last.
Yeah, I mean,
And with the global warming, like if we're too busy killing each other and focused on money, that's not.
I think it's
important.
crazy how like the release of the stat, like we're running out of time before this like change becomes permanent. and,
Yes,
like, everybody's
yes,
just, like-
yes. We have a couple
Scary
months,
thing.
like a year
Yeah.
and something before it's like irreversible.
and everybody's kind of just.
we're all just chilling, like
Yeah.
it's not fucking.
Wasn't
This
it
is
a
why I'm not
year-
having kids.
So
This is why
I
I'm not
don't
having
know
kids.
what the stat was. I'm asking you guys. Is it like a year of before we totally cut off?
It's like a
We can't
year.
go back
Yeah.
to
We
like.
can't go back.
Yeah.
But I think it's like we only have a year to like completely stop emitting any carbon before it's irreversible. So like
I don't
it's,
even-
It's like an unrealistic.
I wouldn't say
But it-
completely stop, but they say like
Yeah.
drastically reduce
Okay.
the amount that we are right now, which is.
Okay, but how are we gonna
Oh,
do
no,
that?
It's impossible.
How are we gonna do that? Because one, people are like don't want to believe it, and two, the main carbon emissions are from agriculture.
Yeah.
So it's like
And there's so many people you need.
Yeah.
and like it's the methane that's going up in the air. Cars are literally a small fraction of it, surprisingly.
Yeah.
That's what they tell us. But
yeah,
It's not small, but it's not the most.
it's not the focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, the focus is agriculture. But I mean,
and companies, the way that they dispose of stuff. And
that's what I'm wondering. Like, how do companies dispose stuff? That's so sketch. Like, you sink it.
Yeah.
Burn it. It's
Burn it, yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like, why don't we just burn stuff? But yet again, we're
Well,
affecting the atmosphere.
yeah.
That's what we're fucked. So
Yeah.
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we really can't.
No, I mean like I
Too
said the
much.
same thing. Like I used to like explore like abandoned buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that, right. Like
That
so-
doesn't break down.
No, I mean like I always wondered like one of the places I went to was like an abandoned mental asylum for like it's been abandoned for 50 years, and I was just like, why do they still have this up here? Like it's an eyesore, at one point. But then I did research, and it was like they said that it costs more for them to safely take it down with the asbestos like getting in the city and stuff like that than it does to just keep it up all these years, which is crazy, if you think about it.
And they're not biodegradable like plastic. The
Yeah.
life on it is like 1,000 years.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go away.
And that's something, from like I don't know when plastic was invented, but like there hasn't been a more modern invention or solution
Yeah.
to
since
counter plastic. Oh no, yeah, since like,
Yeah.
addition of plastic. I don't know. And like we're getting rid of plastic bags eventually. Is that even gonna help? I mean,
I feel like they're not necessary. Like I've
they're
seen
really
grocery-
not necessary.
Grocery stores moved
dude,
to like paper
a
bags.
lot of things aren't necessary in this world.
Yeah.
Like fucking straws and like the small things that people that are a convenience to, but
I was explaining to my parents the other day is like, as a society as a whole, I feel like we've become very numb. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like very passive and like
And
tranquil to stuff.
emotionally,
Yeah, like
yeah.
basically like you look at the stuff that goes on in the media and like in general, people kind of just let it go. Like
Yeah.
but before, if you're talking like 19th century or whatever, like people would literally overthrow governments when like the smallest sort of news happened. But then
and
you got
now we're just brainwashed. It's
yeah,
just,
I
like,
wouldn't even
not
say
doing it.
brainwashed, but just numb. Like
Just
we
desensitized.
yeah, desensitized.
Yeah.
Like we just don't. It's like we care, but we don't. It's like well, can we? People just say that's just how it is.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going behind a political movement, like, some people are like, so like, say like a shooting happens, blah blah blah, like the France or something, like terrorist attacks. People put up things in their
Prayers.
Facebook, prayers. I'm like,
What's that gonna do?
I bet you like 90% of those people don't pray,
No.
and like they're just
It's-
putting up a picture thinking like, oh, this is gonna help. Like,
It's not gonna solve anything. And like, as messed up as it was, like it came across my timeline the whole like mosque shooting thing that happened, right?
mhm.
Like I saw the live video on
I
Facebook. I mean,
saw that. Yeah,
yeah, it was
that
like
graphic.
it was messed up, and then like it made me think like I'm not gonna just post like prayers this and that, because that's literally not gonna solve anything.
It's
like
not.
at the end of the day,
And these people aren't getting on their knees and praying.
no,
Know?
it's just for the time, and then you forget about it, kind of.
It's literally that South Park episode.
Yeah, that one.
Which episode?
The
shooting
school
one.
shooting one, and like where Randy's wife, I forget her name,
Yeah,
is like crying and getting all upset because it's a school shooting, and Randy's like, what's wrong?
yeah.
Is it that time of the month?
Oh my god. Well, there's so many shootings now. You're kind like
Exactly.
you said, desensitized. You're like,
But
oh,
like-
another shooting.
But people keep
Not to
forgetting
sound
that
fucked up,
people
but, like-
forget it's kids. It's like literally little kids in a place where they should be safe. It's like you're in school, like,
Yeah.
and kids are dying. Like it's not even like it's like at war. It was like behind the battlefield. And
So
stuff
like, let's say in the 90s, like if I wanted to visit like my old school, like Stockton or something, I could just go in. But now it's like
Yeah.
a security
yeah,
protocol.
I
For me.
did that like once, like when I think it was in middle school or something. I went to go visit an old teacher of mine,
Yeah.
and I just walked right in. But like if I tried to do it now,
Oh, just
You
no shot.
tackled,
They
yeah,
would
yeah.
get. They
Oh,
would
yeah.
deck your ass
Tased and
down.
tackled.
I would
Yeah.
need to like call 3 days in advance.
I would literally get on my knees. I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Like, yeah, it's a crazy time. Like, I don't know.
but that all ties down into like mental health at the end
Yeah.
of the day, in a sense. Like
Oh
it's,
yeah,
like, checking up on your kid and making sure that they're good. But
and being a parent.
Yeah, and-
parenting isn't throwing money at your child thinking that, oh, this is what they need. I mean, it's nice, yeah, support your kids financially, but like be there for them supportively, like emotionally. you
Yeah.
know? I think parents really forget that, and I mean, mental health is getting the focus it needs, which is
Mhm.
great. Yeah, Burger King actually had they were countering McDonald's, and they had like these new boxes that were, like the Happy Meal. They had like different colored boxes for emotions.
Sad meal.
sad man.
It's called the Real Meal or something. Look it up.
Okay.
It's called the Real. So it was countering McDonald's saying, countering the Happy Meal, saying it's okay not to be. No one's really happy all the time. I'm like, okay, that's smart, because
Yeah.
Burger King still sucks, but like
Still terrible.
yeah. So they had like a purple one. Let's see, they had like a couple different versions.
That's cool though.
Yeah, no, they had a blue for sad, piston red, salty and teal. That's so funny. I don't know if this is.
Is that real? That's got to be a joke. Right?
No, no. Okay, so the first paragraph is a joke because I was gonna read and it says "yas" and purple means don't give a fuck. I'm like, never mind. But yeah, like they come in different colors and shit. Like,
That's
There's
funny.
one in black. It's called like no one's happy. So, but the point is they want to do donations to mental health awareness, which is cool.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that like psychology was not an accepted science until like
Probably like the 70s.
30, 40
Yeah.
years ago maybe.
Yeah, 70s, 80s. Because we didn't. If you guys ever watch Mindhunter, we didn't start screening serial killers or even having that word,
No.
like their mentality, till like the 70s.
What do you
which
think
is
about the
insane.
whole obsession of serial killers right now?
With
I find it
white
ridiculous.
basic bitches?
I find it crazy, like how you idolizing these people, but
I know you and me would bitch about it because remember that prison guy who's like light skin, has tattoos, but he's like a model. He looks like a model.
oh yeah, Jamie Meeks.
Yeah,
Jamie, yeah.
I'm like, this is the shit that would piss you and me. I'm like, oh my god.
It's crazy. Like I'm not judging him, but I just
No,
think it's
do
crazy
you,
how, like,
boy? Like,
I think it's crazy that people are like literally idolizing serial killers, talking about like, oh my god, they're this and that. You know, like
girls love serial.
I
killer
don't
documentaries.
get it. It's
They start making memes like, ooh, new serial killer documentary.
Yeah, like what?
Every girl in America, like the Ted Bundy thing, and they're like, I was watching the Ted Bundy thing with Zac Efron, and the movie, all the girl, I was just like in the movie, the girls were like, yeah, I don't think he would do that. He's just so handsome and stuff. I'm like, this is the problem
Yeah.
with the world right now. Like, I mean, listen, like not everything's meant to be equal, you know. Like a lot of good-looking people get away with a lot of things, and like
Yeah.
they really like get the attention. You know, it's just how it is. And
I mean, even you look like 50 Shades of Grey. If you change like
Oh
the
my
main
God.
character with
To,
like
like,
some
a-
random
yeah.
other guy, like it would be the
It
most
would be so
creepy
different.
stalker show or whatever
Yeah.
ever.
and girls
Yeah.
would be like, ew, no.
No,
But
yeah.
like if he's hot, I'm like, oh, this is acceptable.
Yeah.
You know, like it's hypocritical, but
it doesn't make sense.
that's just commentating on society. Whatever. Like it's just commentating on society, but they love, you know, they love serial killers. But that's funny you brought that up.
It's so weird to like juxtapose that with the whole like body positivity message on the other side. Like
Yeah.
Yes.
they're like so everybody's so focused on like treating every shape is equal, but then like
we're not meant to be equal.
You
Sorry.
idolize attractive serial killers. Like
Right.
It just seems so opposite to me.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
get it.
it's not body, but it's like, you know, personality. Like
Yeah.
you want to.
Yeah, I mean, somebody released like the horoscopes of all the serial killers, and I was just like, wow.
Why?
It's so crazy.
Oh my God, we're compatible. He's a Leo. Just like
It's so
what?
crazy, like,
Yeah, and
how-
he'll strangle you in bed, like literally, not
Yeah.
sexually. Like he'll literally strangle you. Like society's funny, and I do
Yeah.
love talking about this stuff with you because you and me have a lot of things to say about like, you know, this is so fake.
If you just sit there and kind of like look at the way some certain people do things, it's just.
can
Funny.
you imagine God just be like, well, you guys are fucked.
Yeah,
Like
you're on your own.
seriously.
Like,
like I tried, but y'all are listening to the devil.
Yeah.
Like
It's like I can't make people any worse, and you still love them. Like,
yeah, it's funny because
Yeah.
how when and I think I think in Greece or whatever in the Bible, my dog, like apparently the gods made humans perfect, but every generation they're just shittier and shittier, and like imagine like how many generations we are now, like we're the worst. It's kind of insane, and I can see it because we used to like music in the past, and people were very genuine. Like relationships were genuine. I saw a YouTube video. Someone was commentating on relationships, how like it's so accessible, and you swipe left and right, and
Oh, yeah.
people are complaining. I wish I had this relationship, and they're showing like the end of World War II when people are kissing in like New York. But I'm like, it's because they fought for what they had.
Not even
if there's
that,
a
but it's just
problem.
like, my mom was like, oh, why don't you have a girlfriend, this and that. Now I was just like, well, one,
You don't
I
understand-
want to focus on my business, but like two, it's like,
You don't understand the environment.
yeah, like
what it
we
is.
have the reason why relationships don't last as much anymore is because like, we have just so many options. It's like
It's so
you get into a
yeah.
fight, you can literally just go on Tinder and swipe
And
and, then meet
yeah.
up with someone that night.
Well, that's the thing. Like in
Like-
the video is saying like relationships back then when shit was hard, they fought to like fix
Yeah.
it. And now people don't fight to
Also,
fix it.
I think an issue is constant communication. Like before,
Which
they didn't have texting
yeah.
and stuff, and now it's like a standard where you have to stay in communication 24/7.
Yeah, there's no
It's
like you know, balance anymore.
Yeah.
It's like we're always connected, and
And as humans, like even if you like love somebody, you're still gonna get sick of them eventually. Like after like 24/7 contact.
yeah,
Not sick of them, but like some type of way. Like it's gonna. You know what I mean?
it limits you.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
limits
it
you.
limits
like,
you,
yeah,
yeah.
not gonna get sick of them. But I mean, like,
Yeah,
you need
Yeah.
a break. You need a break.
yeah, you
Yeah,
need a
no,
break.
everybody
Like,
needs a
yeah, you
break.
need to chill sometimes. Like,
and
away
like
from your phone.
I can hear people saying, "Well, you don't love them." I'm like,
You can show it in so many other
no,
ways. Yeah.
it's different. It's different. I completely understand what you're trying to say. And
Yeah.
it's tough, and like that's what I like. I'm single now. Like I really just need to get my like life together because I'm starting this program in September.
Honestly,
I'm
it's a
not-
big distraction. Like
it's-
having a girl is
yeah.
a pretty big distraction. It's like even if you don't want it to be, it just ends up being that way.
Well, I mean,
mentally.
if you're fitting, you have to make room for it. You know,
Yeah.
you really have to, because if like say you have a normal day, you go to work, you're studying, and then you're working out, and then maybe like some leisure, some free time, you fit that in like what you have an hour, and like there's only 24 hours, and maybe you don't wake up at like 6 a.m. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have your time's cut. Like
You gotta sacrifice something.
you gotta
Yeah.
sacrifice a
Also,
lot.
you become
man.
a lot more not complacent, but like you just become more like chill. You're just like whatever, you know. I have this person. I don't have to do much, you know.
Yeah.
You just kind of
And you have no boundaries, but yet again, I mean, relationships are good.
Yeah.
Relationships are also good. They help you be a better person.
definitely.
You know,
True.
when I had a relationship, I was like, I feel like I was such a cleaner
Happier.
person.
Yeah,
and
no, I
I'm
know what you mean.
happier because it's that connection, which people are so stupid. We're getting so philosophical, and we're
Yeah.
not even talking about Collab Plug, but this is how it's supposed to go. Like human connection is the most genuine thing, and
Yeah.
I think people don't understand that. Just these Instagram thoughts, really. Just,
Oh yeah,
just really-
premium Snapchats like.
premium snap. Yo, I hate that.
Yeah, the other thing is like, you know, people.
That's like
people
it
posting like
literally
their
is
Venmo and stuff like on like
their
Tinder
Cash
bios
App,
and stuff like that. Yeah, like I consider that the same thing. Like you begging on social media with your Cash App and stuff is the same thing as you begging on the street with a cup
Yeah,
in your hand. You're just asking for
it's just the digital
virtual cash.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I don't respect that personally, but like.
So our group chat, with
Mm.
the one you sent us, it was like a girl on Twitter with like 50 followers. She
Oh
tweeted,
yeah.
"Hey, who can be like
My
my
sugar
sugar
daddy."
daddy for the night? Because girl has to go drink at the bar tonight."
Yeah, like what?
I'm like, first off, one, you're not that good looking. I'm sorry. Two, you have like 50 followers. Like, good luck.
Yeah.
Three, do you accept Disney dollars? Like, honestly, like that's the shit that bothered me.
Yeah.
When you sent that to me, I was like,
That's more common than ever, though. You know.
I think it's growing.
To each your own. However you get your
If-
money, I'm not.
I'm not
knocking it.
yet. We're
But
not
the
dogging
fact
you.
that there's a market for it.
There's
is
a market for
questionable.
worn underwear. For
Yeah,
girls.
like the fact that there's a market for
It's
it is just
insane.
insane.
Dude, there's
Yeah.
a fucking vending machine for women's worn underwear in like
What?
Asia.
What? Yeah, it's
I'm
like,
not joking. I'm like serious, and it's like
There's just so
guys
that-
are savages.
that
Guys are
just-
savages.
that just
You
takes
guys, girls think they have it bad. No, if you knew how to work your position,
Oh yeah.
you could finesse the shit out of like. Even if you had a premium Snapchat, you
Yeah.
don't even have to show your face.
No, and you just make
like
money.
half our friends could
And
probably
guy-
be
and, like,
girlfriends or.
I'm not trying to speak down on my whole gender, but like
No,
guys
no,
will
no.
literally pay for that.
No,
Like
guys will pay for
it's I don't know
anything.
what it is. It's just like
It's funny. It's so funny to think about.
yeah, I just don't get it. But yeah, I mean that goes back to the whole thing of like there's so many ways to make money these days. Like you
You have to think
don't
outside
need
the box.
Yeah, it's like, you know, before, like for our parents' generation and stuff, it was like a 9 to 5 was a set way, but now the 9 to 5 is more like a plan B. It's more like a fallback plan because you can do literally anything to make money, like
Lift.
anything.
an
Like yeah,
example.
and like you just the possibilities are endless, but it just takes like you need to have that self motivation to actually get through and do it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
like yeah, and I say that's the hardest part is motivation.
You just
Like,
gotta hustle.
no, like, I
just
won't
hustle.
even lie. There's a lot of days where like I wake up and just be like I don't feel like doing anything. Like I don't even
No,
want to work on it. But
absolutely.
like yeah, like I'll force myself to. But
Yeah, I have good days and bad days in life, and like especially with the podcast, I've had like some bad days. I'm like, why am I fucking doing this? But then I'm like, I love it. I'm having.
you look at
fun.
it for the long term.
I'm
you know?
having fun doing this. You
Yeah.
know, like we're literally just like,
Kick it, it's talking. Yeah.
we're not. Yeah, nothing's written. Like we're just
Yeah.
talking and we're ranting, and this is the point. It's a conversation. I'm not interviewing you. I'm asking you questions because I legit don't know
Yeah.
what you've been like your business
Yeah.
aspect, and now we're just like philosophically talking about some shit.
Talking about AI.
AI and like
well,
yeah,
the
the thing I say is
this
like
is a podcast. This is what a podcast is. It's
the,
fun.
the age that we're at, we're so young that like we can take risks and not permanently be down. You know, like
Yeah.
right now I'm like 24, 25, whatever, and like you know, like
Listen.
most of the money I have, like I'm investing, right? But like
Yeah.
it's a high risk, but at the same time, even if I lose all that money at this age, I still have like
So-
years to get it back. You
So
know?
let's talk about your investing because I know you're really into the crypto, and I'm not. I don't know. I'm not educated enough in crypto. I know my friends that are in Robinhood. You know, like so if you would you really choose crypto over like the average stocks like we have right now? Like,
at the prices stocks are right now, like how high they are,
Mhm.
and how new crypto is in a sense, and how low it's been right now.
yeah.
I would go with crypto because stocks has just been on a like.
You think
run
it's
for the
gonna go?
last
It's gonna
10
be
years.
obsolete.
No,
a
stocks will
point,
still
or you
be
think it'll
there.
be- yeah.
Stocks, they'll never replace stocks. It'll be a whole other market, but
See, I'm not a stock guy. I'm not.
it's more of like they're trying to like replace like the U.S. dollar, like fiat and stuff like that.
Mhm. Yeah, you're heavy on that. You'll be like texting us with a graph from like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
this?
what is this? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because like I want my friends to get in stuff that like,
I do
has
want-
a possibility.
Once
of,
I have
like,
my career, I'll hit you up. And,
Yeah.
like, I do want to throw in like 500.
No, and
Just
it's like I, not working a job and stuff like that. I really don't have too much capital to put into investing, but whatever money I do, I put it in like gradually over weeks. But again, it's like we're young. It's like it's okay if we lose that.
Well,
we can take big risks at this.
That's what I'm
age.
saying. Like we can fuck up. Like don't fuck up, but like we
Yeah,
can fuck
don't
up.
ever put more than you
but,
can
like,
afford
we
to
can
lose.
fuck. He's saying we can make mistakes and fuck up a little
Yeah,
bit.
but you can still get back on your feet
Yeah.
relatively quickly.
Well, that's the thing. Our parents were growing with a rigid structure.
Yeah.
Like, college, answer the answer to everything. Yet again,
It was a surefire path.
Yeah, and people don't consider trade jobs. Like people
Yeah.
are in debt, but if you do a trade job, like it's paying like.
I know some people with trade
much-
jobs who have
they
more
make
money than
bank.
people who work 9 to 5.
Make bank.
Yeah.
I knew someone who was making fun of my friend for being a plumber. I'm like, this guy's making money.
He could charge you whatever
can
he
charge
wants.
you, yeah.
Like literally anything he
And the
wants.
fact that we're not as a hands-on generation, we're like physically stupid with like what we can do. We can't even change it. Like most people can't even change a tire.
Can't.
You actually learn how to change your oil. Like that stuff. Like stuff like that. The basics. But
I'm
like,
guilty of that. I don't know. My car's been like literally dead for the last.
and
year.
like those automobile, those mechanics,
Parks.
mechanics can fuck you over.
Yeah.
So I know like a car dealership. I'm not gonna say names, but like I know when I had my buddy check my car, and they say they change your air filter for like a really premium quality one. But when my buddy saw, I was like, dude, it's the cheapest fucking filter I
Yeah.
can think of. It's like that's why I hate companies because they just fuck you over.
There needs
real
to.
bad.
I've always said that there needs to be a better business bureau, a better business bureau.
Well,
Actually,
listen,
like
yeah. No, but
stays on top of
capitalism
it.
works. It's just going away. I
Yeah.
just think it needs some adjustments, like
Well,
here and there.
This all goes back to the thing where I was saying that people have become too numb, right?
Yeah.
Like you as a business can like I feel like businesses can like just scam people and they won't take it to court. They won't do shit and things because they just don't anymore.
yeah,
And it's
that's
like
true.
the consequence is gone, so people can just do whatever they want, charge whatever they want.
Well, that's the thing. Court's
Yeah.
kind of rigged because it's like if you want to appeal it or take it up more, it's more money
Yeah.
outside the pocket,
And time.
which is so unfair.
Yeah, it's like
and
a lot of time.
well, court takes months. Like
Yeah.
you think you can set it by next week? No, this is like in 10 months. Like you're gonna. So it's kind of like depriving people of their will to follow through with it.
Yeah.
It's such a rigged system. It's just weird. There's a lot of problems.
There's a lot of things.
There's a
in-
lot
there's
of
a lot of
problems
things in
life.
society and life people just don't question.
And like
Yeah.
I don't even even if we were trying to get into politics, like the two-party system, in my opinion, like left and right, like it shouldn't be like that. Our founding fathers didn't want a two-party system because like now we're just antagonizing the other side, thinking they're the villains,
Yeah.
And it's like if we didn't have a two-party system, it would just be like people having a grassroots campaign, like, oh, I just don't like this guy's ideas. It wouldn't be I don't like Republicans.
I'm on this side of that
Yeah,
side. Yeah.
and it's like
I consider myself in the middle. Like
oh, I'm a centrist. Yeah, I'm
maybe
independent.
shifting a little bit towards like the
I'm
left
more-
side, the democracy side, but like
I'm liberal, but it's like not center left, but not like, it's shit like that. But like we'll wrap this up. Collab Plug, Trap House. You selling those jewel pods, and you're literally taking advantage of the American dream. Like you're doing what you can
yeah.
to make a profit and make a living. Because I don't think if you're in another country, I really don't think. Maybe you could have the same business, but like
No, I mean, yeah, you can. Like a lot of the freelancers I've hired to like help me with the website are from like India and China.
oh nice,
Yeah, and
yeah.
like they have a huge market out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. And Collab Plug, I see bright things in the future for it because you're really providing a service that's really not existent, between artists and, buyers and all that stuff. But I want to thank you again for showing up,
Thanks
man.
for having me.
Yeah, man, we just went everywhere with all
Yeah,
these
like,
topics. No, but that's a
life sucks.
podcast, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts off in the beginning of every podcast. It sounds like an interview and it's structured. But once you get the juices flowing, you really start talking. This is like what you end up with, and we're probably at
It's like a phone call.
we're probably like at an hour right now, so you probably don't realize it,
Nah, yeah.
But I'm gonna close this episode off, episode 12. But thank you guys for tuning in. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher actually recently, and we're on YouTube. So if you guys can check out our IG page or Facebook and like those pages, all the details are in the bottom. So remember, episodes every Wednesday, guys. We do drop movie news on audio on Monday. Game of Thrones is actually tonight when we're filming this, and I think we're having our last review. So I'm trying to get me, Ryan, and Tori actually all in one episode to top it off. But I know we didn't do episode, what was it? 5.
This is gonna be 6.
Yeah. So we didn't do episode 5, but we're gonna combine it and do 5 and 6 to really piece it together and see how it ends, so we can really reflect on how we think of the series. But yeah, guys, thank you again. We'll see you next week.